They say if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. For Rajah Caruth, one of the newest faces on the NASCAR circuit, truer words could never be spoken.
I watched every different NASCAR show on television that there was out at that time, like Inside NASCAR, NASCAR Now, RPM Tonight, obviously Race Hub, Trackside Live, everything.
Growing up in Washington, D.C. and then Brooklyn, the high-speed excitement of stock car racing attracted Caruth from an early age.
It's really centered around online stuff. So not only stop motions on YouTube that creators would make with diecast cars and custom racetracks, but also racing content virtually, whether that was NR 2003 or the early days of iRacing. I wasn't really a participant, but I would watch them all the time, and just because it was so interesting to me, I was just really trying to take in as much about racing as possible. From, like you said, living in Brooklyn, living in DC, not having any sort of connections in the racing world, sim racing was my only opportunity to get noticed in racing. So I got my subscription on my birthday of that year, 2018, and literally like within the same week, you guys announced the Ignite series.
Caruth used the momentum from trying out for the series to motivate him on his own path in the sim.
Once the Ignite series completed in October, I think, of 2018, I just started racing on there, and just regular A, B, C fixed or national races, and it was really hard having such a steep learning curve in like a couple weeks or a couple months time frame, when this is really what I felt like my career that I didn't even start yet resided on.
Using his seat time from iRacing in 2018, Caruth applied to Rev Racing's youth development program, in which he earned the chance to run legend cars in 2019.
It was a really awesome kind of first time going into the racetrack through the tunnel and seeing everybody in the garages and seeing the car that you're going to race. And I remember when, that was my first time, I remember just thinking back in my head, like all the years of watching, old cup races over the years as a fan from at home and just wanting to be a part of it. And at the time, I didn't really think about it kind of that reflectively, but looking back at it now, it's like that was the start of getting to hopefully that point one day.
With only a single real-life racing season under his belt, but over 500 starts on iRacing, Rajah applied for the NASCAR Drive for Diversity program, hoping to be one of 6 drivers selected to join Rev Racing's main operations. At the start of 2020, the results were in, and Rajah had made the cut. However, the pandemic would put a pause on Rajah's career plans, delaying them until later in the year.
I was able to be on here like everybody, like a lot of hours of the day. And at that time, everybody hopped on the sim. And honestly, that not only helped the legitimacy of the sim, but also my career and showing that this is real, this is legit, this is stuff that is useful. And looking back on it, I wouldn't have changed it, because in that kind of March to July or June time span where I was really at home all day and was on the sim a lot, I feel like that really prepared me for hopping in a late model later that summer.
While it took longer than expected, Rajah had made his jump into late models, racing at several iconic short tracks across the Carolinas in 2020 and making his start in the ARCA Menard series in 2021.
A lot of times the same practices and techniques and approaches and philosophies for driving around the racetrack apply. That's really helped this year for going to new places and going to tracks that I race on here and have raced here for years, and hop in the ARCA car or the truck and can fire off pretty well. A lot of the things and the mistakes I've made and the things I've learned on iRacing have helped me be a better driver in real life, because I have wrecked a lot of people, including myself. I've also done pretty cool things on here. And so all of those have helped develop me into a better driver, I think, in real life. So for that, I'm forever grateful for the sim and for the people on it. Just because A, I wouldn't be racing in real life, and B, I wouldn't have developed to the point I am now without going through these certain situations.
The new experiences have continued for Caruth, with several starts in 2022 in the NASCAR Xfinity Series for Alpha Prime Racing and Tommy Joe Martins.
It's been a very quick journey, I think, looking back at the years. But I really look at it with gratitude, man, because I feel thankful to be alive at this point where me, a inner city kid who otherwise would never be able to get into the world of racing, had that opportunity because of something like iRacing. It's honestly really crazy. And I feel glad to have been around at this time to where this is where I started my career, because otherwise, I wouldn't be racing or being able to chase my dreams.
Beyond his own ambition, Caruth understands the importance of setting an example and being a role model for many others with the same dreams he had.
I enjoy and welcome that responsibility to kind of be an ambassador in that role, because I was that kid that watched races on TV, played with toys, and wanted to be racing on Sundays. For people that look like me, we see people on TV. Representation is so important to us, and our options are to go to the street or either make music or play sports. And so to see, representation not only on the track and on the television, but also behind the scenes is huge. And I think not only NASCAR, but iRacing has that opportunity to help usher in that process of showing people that is endless opportunities out there, specifically in the world of STEM and sim racing. To have the chance to be an ambassador and be a role model to kids out there, I really just try to make the most of that chance, because I welcome that. I feel truly honored to be in that spot, because I was that kid not even 5 years ago, sitting like at home in DC, being a total nerd, total geek, and just watching stuff and wanting to be a part of it. And so to have that chance, I'm really thankful for it. And I try every day to make the most of it and be a good representative. And, I really welcome the opportunity, and I'm thankful for it.